Let me just try very briefly to explain what's going to happen next. We're going to use Postman to actually do a login now. Because we have a user available now, let me just prove that to you. I'm going in and I'm looking for our specific user setup here. I'll do an view document, and we have a user now because we just created that in the last lesson. Let's hope we have a user. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Let's open this guy and you'll see you have a user available, you have a password, you have everything available. Of course the password is encrypted. Okay, so using Mongo we can see the user is actually there and he is created and ready to use. Awesome. Now if you don't know the name of your database, you can always find it inside the config file here in the bottom, just to let you know that as well. Config.js, you'll just look for the development. Here we go, development, Mongo, and then here's the name of your Mongo. And they might not be REST, test dev, depends on what you called your project. Okay, so that was a side note, but now you know how to actually see you have a user available. But what are we going to do next? So next, in the next lesson, I want to go into the system and I want from Postman to do a login. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very simple line right here. Let me just, there we go. I'm going to create a call from Postman up here to the wire, and I'm going to send in the username and the password. Username plus password, there we go. So that's going to be sent up here. It's going to be sent into our REST API. Boink. That's going to grab or make some, let's just say it's going to make a test that you are actually a user that are authenticated and ready to work with the system. If it figures out that you are a good guy and you are allowed to access the system, it'll send something back called a web token. JW2T, JavaScript Web Token. Right? And that's just pretty much an encrypted string or something. Let's just call it that. So that's going to be passed back here and all the way down here. Let's just change the color so you can see. So it's going to be passed back here and it's going to go back here to Postman. That's the first step for actually locking in. We're getting this token and we want to get it down here by sending a username and a password to the system. Username and password goes in here, token comes back here, and we're locked in. That's the first step. Let's see if we can do that in the next lesson.